Last week we learned about plant adaptations, plant characteristics, and habitats. This week we will continue to learn about plant adaptations. Your learning target is I can identify the features of plants that help them to thrive in different Georgia habitats. Your key vocabulary words are adaptation, external features, survive, organism, camouflage, hibernation, carnivorous, protection, migrate, migration, mimicry, and manipulated. Take a look at the plants in this PowerPoint and listen as I describe their special adaptations, external features, and habitats. Plants, adaptations, and habitats. Plants live in many different habitats. Plants have adapted special external features to survive in their habitats. Adaptations are special features that allow a plant or animal to live in a particular place or habitat. Each habitat has different conditions. The conditions that would most matter to plants are temperature, water, air, and soil. Plants cannot walk away, so they must adapt to survive in the habitat. Adaptations. The following slides are going to show different plants in the same habitat. You will need to predict which plant has adapted to thrive or survive in that habitat. Basically, who could win. Pause the video and grab a piece of paper to jot down who you think the winner will be. Who will win? Cactus or dogwood tree? Take a look at the dogwood tree and its characteristics. Think about the habitat that it is pictured in. Take a look at the cactus. Think about the habitat that it is pictured in and decide who will win. Jot down your thoughts. You're right, the dogwood tree wins. It has adapted external features to live in the Piedmont. What features has it adapted? Think about that. Think about the cactus. Can the cactus survive in the Piedmont? What external features does it have? Take a moment to jot down your thoughts. Who will win? The water lily or the tulip? Think about the physical characteristics of each of these plants. You're right. The water lily wins. The water lily needs lots of water for movement, and it can survive in the hot sun. It also can survive in the water because the soil in the water is hard to reach. It can root up to 6 or 7 feet deep water. Since the water supports it, the lily puts its energy into its leaves rather than its stem. Its stems are flexible to prevent breaking. It only breathes on the upper surface of its leaf, maximizing air exposure. Its leaves lay flat to maximize sun exposure. Who will win? The palm tree or the mangrove? Take a moment to jot down your thoughts. You're right, the mangrove wins. The mangrove lives along the coast of Georgia. It can survive in salt water. It can survive in oxygen soil that is low in oxygen. It can survive in strong waves, and it can take the hot sun. It has many features to tolerate the salt water. One is that its leaves have salt glands to get rid of salt. It also has features to help conserve fresh water and prevent water loss through evaporation, such as having a waxy coat. It has an elaborate root system to provide support in unstable soil and against the force of waves. Its roots also grow above the surface to breathe oxygen, since oxygen is limited in the soil. Who will win? The Venus flytrap or the spiral aloe? Take a moment to jot down your thoughts. You're right, the Venus flytrap wins. The Venus flytrap lives along the coast of Georgia. It survives in the hot sun. It can survive in the hot summers or cold winters, or very humid and moist weather. It also can survive in soil that is lacking nutrients. It is carnivorous. It eats insects to get more nitrogen because the soil lacks nutrients. It goes dormant during the cold and winter months. It tolerates the heat and fire as well. So now you see, boys and girls, that plants have adapted special features to survive in their habitat. Now, boys and girls, you're going to complete an activity on your e-class page called Georgia's Plants, Where Do They Belong? What external features or adaptations do the plants on your e-class page possess that help them to thrive or survive in their habitat? You're going to use the chart on your e-class page to help you write about the plants in the pictures and their habitats.